Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. I know I don't upload on here as often as I should. I'm gonna try and get to it a little bit more. I focus a lot on the other channel, but alas, whatever, here we are. So I see a lot of people making this video. I was quite shocked on my suggested on YouTube just how many of them that there were. And I watched one or two of them and I got a little surprised at the topic because I think I'm living on a different planet than many other people. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right into it. Today's video is about if Dogecoin can hit $100 per coin. And I think the most popular one that I keep seeing is, can Dogecoin hit $100 this year? Right. So to start things off, for those of you who do not know, Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency. It was started around 2013, 2014. It was created by some guy, I can't remember his name. I never, like Peter Pan. I never remember his name for some reason. He created it as a joke because there were many other coins coming out around the exact same time that were trying to mimic what Bitcoin was doing, but make them like fun and fancy and like, oh, that coin's crazy. I can't believe somebody made that. So there was like a cat coin and a dog coin. And he created a Dogecoin, which is the coin that we're talking about right now. I think about a year or two later, he actually left the project because the coin actually maintained its value. And he said that he was a little annoyed that people were still buying into it when it was the entire point of the coin was to be a joke. Around a good 6 years or so, no one spoke about the coin. The coin was worth absolutely nothing. It was worth like 0.003, so it was even a third of 1 cent. No one was talking about it, never really popped up. And then around earlier last year, 2020, I think that was the time frame, was when the entire, maybe it was even this year, the entire Wall Street bets thing started going on. And all the people who were trying to buy into the GameStop thing were looking for other opportunities in the money-making business and decided to try to find cryptocurrencies that were completely undervalued and therefore were GameStop-y, i.e. hedge funds were betting against GameStop and therefore they would enter the cryptocurrency market as a way to kind of say, hey, that coin is also supposed to be garbage or not bet on and is being shorted and therefore we're going to bet onto that. At that point, when the news got into the idea that that hype was potentially going to happen, Dogecoin hit 1 cent and everybody was like, whoa, I can't believe Dogecoin actually hit 1 cent because it's a meme coin and it's really not a thing. A couple weeks later, we got to 2 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents, 8 cents, 10 cents. And then at that point, this is where we are kind of ish around that area right now. That's around the time when Elon Musk was like, hey, I like Bitcoin. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, Elon Musk has money, so he also likes Bitcoin. And then he started posting Dogecoin. At that point, I think roughly around the same exact time frame was when we started getting wind of the idea that Tesla had potentially purchased Bitcoin, potentially before they actually said that they had actually done so. And then we got news that Elon Musk loved Dogecoin. He said at the time that one of his major annoyances that there were a few amount of addresses that had such huge amounts of Dogecoin inside of them, but that's neither here nor there. The entire idea was that this man who had moved the price of Bitcoin could potentially move the price of Dogecoin. And that led us to like somewhere around the time frame where we currently are, like in real world times, where he was just on Saturday Night Live and he was talking about it, how amazing it was and all this other stuff. And I think the price went down a little tiny bit, but then it ended up going back up. The entire idea being is that a lot of people feel that Dogecoin is kind of this anti-Bitcoin, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because Bitcoin is meant to be anti-establishment. And Dogecoin is meant to be anti-antier establishment, as it is a joke, but now it's being taken seriously. And a lot of companies are talking about potentially being able to start offering it to their clients, so you can pay in Dogecoin, what have you. That's where we currently are. I needed you to hear all that before we just kind of jump into the entire thing so you can really understand the context of exactly where we're going to go. Bitcoin has... Waiting for somebody to say it, but I realize I can't hear you. Bitcoin has 21 million coins. It will never have more than 21 million coins ever made, ever created. There are other copies of Bitcoin which have copied its presence and likeness, and they have different names, but there's only one Bitcoin. Always keep that in your mind, always one Bitcoin. 21 million coins. However, Dogecoin, for those of you who do not know, has a lot more than 21 million coins, and this is kind of where the meme idea comes in. He created a coin that has tons of extra coins, and therefore there's Doge for everyone kind of saying that. 21 million Bitcoin, the current Today, circulating supply of Dogecoin is 129.5 billion coins. Bit of a difference, 21 million, 129 billion. There are another 13.6 million Dogecoin created each and every single day. Once again, this is why a lot of people were quite shocked that the price was even moving, because the inflation rate after a day and a half is already more than every single Bitcoin that was already created. Got it. Every hour there are 570,000 new Dogecoin created, and every single year, the drum roll for some reason, there are 5 billion new Dogecoin created. Every single year. Now, I've heard from a couple of people, especially on the internet, and I try to read around. I don't mean to be, cynical when I say these things. It's more of I want to figure out why people are so into Dogecoin and why they think that Dogecoin has such some type of a bright future, if you will. A lot of people think that it's because that Dogecoin mimics fiat currencies, and therefore, as more Doge continues to be printed, more people have the opportunity to be able to collect Doge. But part of the issue is, mathematically and economically, as more is printed, the value of it does actually continue to decrease, especially when you're talking about a cryptocurrency market where Ethereum and Bitcoin are valued in a sort of way because they do have these deflationary properties that Ethereum is going to have sometime around the summer. But Dogecoin does not. Cool. Got that out of the way. Now, here's where we move into the actual numbers. When I look at the other videos and when I look at the other things that people are talking about, the entire idea is always that Dogecoin is at some point going to hit $100 per coin. I'm going to explain to you why that is out of this world and is probably never going to happen, and is probably not going to happen sometime this year. So a $1 Doge is incredibly possible. I think we got to 70 cents or something like that. A dollar Doge is definitely possible. A $2 Doge is also in the midst of being quite believable, I might say. A $10 Doge with the current circulating supply would be a $1.2 trillion market cap. Trillion-dollar market cap. That is currently the current size of Bitcoin's market cap. We can logically assume that if Dogecoin does ever get to $10 per coin, we are going to have a $500,000 Bitcoin, because it is highly unlikely, no one knows the future, it is highly unlikely that Dogecoin is ever going to pass by Bitcoin and become the number one coin. So we can safely assume that if there ever is a $1.2 trillion market cap Doge, Bitcoin is sky high. Now here's where the other part comes in. A $100 Dogecoin is a 12x from where Bitcoin currently is. This would make Dogecoin alone larger than the entire global supply of all the gold that we have found on this planet. The idea is that eventually, as time goes on and Bitcoin becomes more scarce and the actual creation of Bitcoin continues to get cut in half every 4 years, that eventually Bitcoin will hit this point, simply because of the scarcity and of the actual demand. This does not exist with Dogecoin. It is not a thing. There are billions of new ones being created every single year, and as such, as we've seen with fiat currencies, as you create more, the value of the actual thing continues to go down. $100 Dogecoin is probably never going to happen in our lifetime unless we are talking about a $10 million Bitcoin. That is not a fake number. Bitcoin, there's no way that Dogecoin is ever going to pass by Bitcoin, and there's no chance that Dogecoin's market cap is going, think of that. Think of what would logically have to happen for Dogecoin, a coin that you did not know about 4 months ago, taking over the entire market cap of gold. This would also in essence mean that the US dollar has collapsed, that we, the world, us collectively, have started moving to a Doge standard where the world is simply using Dogecoin as their actual means of measurement for value. Just thought I'd bring you that video because I have seen a lot of people talking about this. Me and my friends also have discussions as to exactly how high Dogecoin can go. Is it going to hit $1? Absolutely. I think it's completely in the cards at this point. If you had told me that about a year and a half ago, just with the simple momentum that we actually have right now, I think $1 is fairly safe. I think that what we're experiencing is an XRP mimic. I say this a lot on the other channel. I think that we are currently in a phase 2 of 2017. I think Dogecoin is the XRP for this year. XRP at the beginning of 2017 being worth sand, absolutely nothing. Going up to 70, 80 cents, people being like, whoa, that's way too high, and hitting $1. Capping at around $3.60, roughly around that area, and then kind of falling back down, back to earth when the entire market settled once again. This is what I think we're going to see with Dogecoin. The only thing I think that would potentially change this is if, and it's not even an Elon Musk thing, I think we would need about 50 companies to actually start using Dogecoin in a major way. And I don't mean accepting it for pizza. I don't mean saying you can buy a flight with this. Somebody just paid Elon Musk or SpaceX money to put a package onto a SpaceX spaceship with Dogecoin inside of it or something like that. Like, that's not actual real usage. If we start getting like Dogecoin ETFs and stuff like that, well then, you know, sky's the limit. But at the moment, a lot of the institutions who are in the cryptocurrency space are heavily into Bitcoin and into Ethereum. So $1, yes. $10, I can definitely see that over the course of the next couple of years. I could, if we end up getting to a, and I mean, first of all, for those of you who do not know, the US dollar is on its way out the door. So when Bitcoin does surpass the US dollar, I then assume that many other coins, especially if their popularity has maintained, will eventually get to, you know, these crazy numbers. But $100 this year, and I'll tell you exactly what this sounds like as well. This is why I said it sounds XRP-esque. In 2017, people thought that XRP's price, what was it? I think they thought it was going to go to $528 or something like that, or $589. It was some weird number. You can find it. No, that never happened. Same exact thing with Doge. It is not. If Dogecoin hits a $100 by the end of this year, I promise you this, and then remind me, I will make an entire video dedicated to exactly how amazing Dogecoin is, how everyone needs to buy it, and how it has changed the cryptocurrency world forever. I promise you I do it. I have no actual shame, and if I'm wrong, but there's no $100 Dogecoin happening this year. No. Anyway, I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.